My name is Junior. I started out in a rough neighborhood area, getting in trouble, running away, smoking weed.
I met Ralph when he was 16, and he came to see me as part of my job as the magistrate of the juvenile court. Ralph was charged with some other kids with what you might consider a prank for taking somebody's Santa Claus off the front yard of their Christmas scene. And I have known Ralph ever since, seen him regularly in court.
It was kind of tough growing up, but as I grew up, I matured and got smarter.
You know, back when I first met Junior, trust was a big issue, so we kind of were feeling each other out, and I figured trust was the one thing that I needed to gain from him if there was going to be any kind of success through the mentoring program. You know, over this past year and a half, I think that trust on both sides is there.
What basically made me see that I needed to change was I was tired of being on the streets, running around, tired of getting in trouble, tired of always having to look over my shoulder. I was just ready for a change, so I took the appropriate steps for that change and to better myself and my life. The steps I took was, one, going to school, trying to get a job, just trying to better myself in general, like try to stop smoking.
I saw a young man who really didn't have much direction, didn't have much hope, knew that he didn't have much of a future. And what I've seen is him change to a young man that does have hope and does have dreams and realizes that there is a future, but he needs to do something that he can control that future.
I went to a financial class to help me keep track of my money and budget and stuff like that. Also, the Restoration House as a whole helped me, themselves and their team all stayed with me, gave me support and encouragement throughout my times of trouble, and are still here with me.
God always brings me back to that my role in this isn't to change Junior, but it's just to pray for him.
About a year ago, I started working with Steve, and I had to pay I saved money to pay a $950 restitution. Then when I had stopped working with Steve, I started college about 2 or 3 weeks after that, and through my college, I had financial aid where I can get checks, and I basically just put those in the bank and saved them until I had enough money to get a car. For one, I know my mom's a lot more happier because she knows where I'm at. We don't argue as much. Really, it just brought us kind of closer as a family when I stopped being off track. Like, not them all together, but me to them. You know what I'm saying? Like a bond, our bond.
When I met Ralph, he was running from life. He didn't want to be in charge of himself. He was afraid of the responsibility of his own self. But it's different now. I'm proud of him. He's a success.